There he is.
What's your point? I mean, that's not a metric that we regularly speak of.
Like sure, big trip after no one's watching, so easier to focus.
Like Japan?
I don't know if
Australia?
that's...
And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, these guys getting all set for tip-off. Happy Monday, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Good evening to all of you. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. And then Friday, they'll be matching up with Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with the Hawks, that's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Then it's Derek White, then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Finley in at the one. And for the 76ers, they've got Joel Embiid. Luka Doncic is out there with Edgecombe. Then it's MP, and it's Houston in at the three. This game could be like a tennis match, Grant, with the ball racing from one side of the court to the other.
Yeah, B.A., you can get whiplash watching these teams run up and down the floor. They like to get it and go without any hesitation.
So it's Boston now, following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Oh, stolen by Embiid. MP, the pass to Embiid. Good.
The control and focus from Embiid, able to absorb hits from the defense and still finish.
Now here's Brown. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Rebound by the 76ers. And guys, they're up to 19 straight now. What a remarkable run.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, They are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
Now here's MP. Against Toronto, he was really on his game. Plenty of daylight on that shot. MP's got his third basket on the night right there.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Clark outside. Outside Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Will it go? Boston, no good that time either.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves. The length, quickness, and IQ Tatum possesses makes him a nightmare matchup, and it's why defenders end up fouling.
McCain's checked in for Philadelphia. Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believe Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, B.A., that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy.
Here's Brown, following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Tatum from long range. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in the game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Raptors had a huge game. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. He was clearly on a mission, and no one was getting in his way. A flat-out dominant performance.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. And he's going for the lob, and Embiid throws it down.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Dawson after the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Outside, Brown. Pass to Finley. 5 on the clock. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Dawson can't hit. Philadelphia leading by 13. Philadelphia moving it around, and they double up MP. Doncic outside. Pulls it. Clark grabs the board.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Dawson. And here's Brown. No made baskets yet. From deep. And no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
So it's Philadelphia in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be right back with you shortly. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Sam Hauser, and it's Dawson in at the 2.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Now here's Hauser. From deep. And it's MP with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. MP hammers it down.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
Hauser takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Hauser's gotten his first points in this one.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing the route. That was impressive.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Houston comes in for Larry Markkinen, and it's Edgecombe in for Rollins. Boston making a switch here. Now here's MP. 13 points in the game.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Pass to Brown. Let's go with a 3. Misses his 4th shot of the night. Still hasn't hit one yet. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Guys, back over to you.
Allie, thanks for the report. So it's Boston now, following the score by Philadelphia. White, good.
And White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking 3-ball there.
Right wing. From deep, MP. And the 76ers another 3.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
And the 76ers making a change here. Doncic checked in. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Dawson. Fires in the triple. Dawson's got his first 3 points of the game.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
There's the screen by Johnson. Here's MP. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Pass to MP. Getting it done inside, MP.
And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
Celtics trail by 15. Outside White. Here's Hendricks. There's a screen. There's the 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Takes the 3. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Pass to Hendricks. Brown scanning the floor. Carries it from about 10 feet away.
Well, look, they need Brown making an impact with his outside game, and he rarely disappoints.
Doncic outside. Philadelphia moving it around. And here's MP from outside. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
White against Doncic. White, the pass to Tatum. 3-pointer, no good. Philadelphia leading by 19. Inside, pass to Edgecombe. Now MP. Launches it. hits a three-pointer. MP's got 30.
It's just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And so it's MP making things happen for the 76ers. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Good to have you with us. First half in the books, and maybe not a surprise, it's been quite the night for MP.
Oh, yeah, he came to play, not holding back. He's cooking on the offensive end.
Cooking is right. In fact, I think he may have stolen some of the big fella's recipes.
No way. Those are G34 classified.
Shifting gears here, guys, how about the clash at the power forward position in this game?
When you've got two great players going at it like this, buckle up. It's an adventure. I'm telling you, I think the second half, one will emerge as the top dog. Roof, roof.
Roof, roof. Two big dogs at the top of the food chain going at it here.
Roof, roof, roof.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And for Boston, they're shooting 35% so far in this one. We've got Edgecombe. MP is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Houston in at the three. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
From deep, MP. And the 76ers another three.
A very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Here's Finley, still without a bucket. On the wing, Tatum, covered by MP, just 4 to shoot. Wing shot on the way. Philadelphia grabs the miss. MP's got rebound number 7 tonight. Down low, here's Embiid. Cash, it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 5 assists in the game. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Tatum can't hit.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Good on the bucket. MP's got 5 points now this quarter.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Now here's White. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Brown, no good.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
And here's Doncic outside. Sinks the tray. Doncic has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Finley. Back to Tatum. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Tatum with a steal. Here's the break. Here's the floater. And he lays it in.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
MP outside. Beyond the arc. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Finley. Outside Tatum. Tries to break his ice. Oh, he goes big with the dunk. Right over Joel Embiid.
Wow, what a slam. Tatum not messing around right there.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. MP outside. Kicks it to Doncic. Screen by MP. Doncic, no good. Boston's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Here's Brown. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Pass to White. Plenty of space. The rebound by MP. MP's got rebound number 8 now. Embiid a screen on Clark. MP the pass to Embiid. Tatum with a steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. The open shot, White. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. White's got 5.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Back to MP. Embiid a screen on Tatum. To the middle. And there's Embiid. That one's good. And the assist by MP. MP's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with 0 pressure as they hold on to a 35-point advantage. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him.
Checked in for Eason. Boston making a switch here. Here's Brown. On the floor for Boston. White and Brown are the wingmen. Brandon Clark out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Finley in at the 1 spot. White for 3. Brown. It's good on the putback.
And after a lackluster first half, he's playing with a lot more energy now. Sometimes it takes that break to reset.
Pass to MP. As players get bigger and faster, you think the league will have to widen the court at some point?
Well, B.A., I just don't think that's realistic, to be quite honest. And I think the reason is the league's all about money, right? I mean, it's a business. We've got to make money. And the arenas were all laid out. If you start making the court wider, you're going to take away rows of seats. Those are high-priced seats, B.A. We're not taking those away. I don't think widening the court is really realistic. Well, how about MP right there? Just drilling a 3 of his own for good measure.
Back to Tatum from outside the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
There's a screen by Johnson. And here's MP from outside. Finley grabs the miss.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
To the inside. Here's Clark. Oh, MP with a block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Eason's checked in. Tatum against MP. Kick out to Brown. 4 on the clock. Again, the miss by Boston.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the 76ers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year.
That'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt. Let's hope he's okay.
Oh, man, I hate this. And we see it all too often. Injury is such a big part of this game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully, it's not too serious.
Hendricks is checked in for Jaylen Brown. Finley passes to White. To the wing on the left. There's the triple. Hendricks no good. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Pass to Novak, and here's MP. To the paint. On the wing, MP. And the miss. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. In this one, we'll see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Utah Jazz. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for Tyler Hero.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Wendell Carter. Saunders is out there with Johnson. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Cage in at the 2 guard. And for the 76ers, MP out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Jared McCain. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Houston in at the small forward position. GA, I've heard coaches talk about slicing the NBA schedule into 10-game increments. Is that something that you recall when you played?
Well, keeping focus on portions of a long season can keep players focused, especially during road trips. Big goals are reached through small steps.
Now, MP, after Keldon Johnson missed from long range. Hero kicks to Carter. Hero sets the pick for Johnson. Pass to Cage. Three-pointer. That one's rebounded by MB. MP outside. Fires from deep. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
MP letting it fly with no hesitation.
Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Saunders. We play just over a minute here in the first. Lets it go with a three. Another miss by Utah.
3 attempts from the field with nothing to show for it, but they should settle in soon.
The three from MP. Another three for Philadelphia.
It's critical you find a way to run MP off the line out there. He has that as a big part of his game.
Hero kicks to Johnson. Left side, Hero. Shot clock at 6. And the three off target.
That was their 4th straight miss to start this game. Not ideal.
Stolen by Carter. From the arc. And McCain pulls it down.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Now, Hero. His last outing, he had 24 points. To stop the run. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And they are on an incredible streak right now. 20 wins in a row. Amazing.
Few teams in the history of this league have ever put together a streak like this. And you know what I think? It's going to continue beyond tonight.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the 76ers making a change here. Edgecombe's checked in. And a switcher also for Utah. Josh Giddey's checked in for Wendell Carter. Pass to Cage. Good on the triple.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Well, you need to have a short-term memory. You can't worry about the shots that didn't go in.
Now, here's MP. He's got 6. Another three for Philadelphia.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Last year marked the first All-Star appearance for Tyler Hero. Tim, he clearly is the pride in Milwaukee, one of the great high school players from that area.
Well, Kevin, he has finally put it all together and taken his game to the next level. Not just scoring, but also creating.
And here is MP. After Tyler Hero hitting the three. And a wide open look for MP. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Johnson. The Jazz working the ball around now. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, after giving up that three on one end, Tyler Hero was hunting an answer.
Doncic finds MP. A three ball. Another three for Philadelphia.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Down low. Here's Cage. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Drains the three-pointer.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Giddey. There's Hero with the three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Yeah, these teams are a little different from last year, and I think it's anyone's game. I can't wait to see how they match up.
Here's MP. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's MP making things happen for the 76ers. 18 points from three-point range for... And by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Jazz trail by 15, so on the floor for Utah. Josh Giddey is out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Bol Bol. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Cage in at the 2. Puts up a 3. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Celtics just played phenomenal. He ended up with 41 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Giddey the pass to Cage. They set the pick. Over Edgecombe. Cage gets the bucket. Cage has got 5 points so far.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And here's MP for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Here's Cage. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. And that one drops for him.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
MP outside. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Buries it from three-point range.
Out of their last 5 fakes, how about all 5 from long range?
There's Hero with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 9 points in the game so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
MP against Bol. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Josh Giddey. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with them. On the 76ers with some changes, Joel Embiid comes in for Johnson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Edgecombe. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Bol Bol. Johnson comes in for Derek Jones. Saunders, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And Ball subbed in for Hero. Here's Cage. And Embiid pulls it down.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And he is just piling up the numbers here. MP seems to improve every time we see him. Such an impressive talent.
Ball surveying the defense. Pass to Johnson. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
Just an incredible night for MP. They have thrown multiple defenses at him, but he just keeps finding ways to score.
Here's Cage. 7 points in the game. Carter with a screen on McCain. And once again, off the mark by Utah. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. 76ers on top, opening up a huge gap. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Happy to have you. And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most like to... And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the 76ers.
Well, you see that.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Embiid is out there with MP. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Jared McCain. And it's Houston in at the small forward. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Utah shooting about 42% so far. MP against Johnson. Hero from long range.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to McCain. Back to MP. The 3. Good! Another from 3.
Well, we expected him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th on the list of most triples in a season. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, there's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, "What does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game?" These are all good questions. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, as always, we appreciate the update. Here's Johnson. It doesn't go for him. Good defense by MP. They set the screen. And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Cage gets the bucket.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Carter, the pass to Hero. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Doncic finds MP. Embiid with the screen on Johnson. Lobbed up there for Embiid. No good that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss.
Carter with the screen. Here's Cage. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
MP deciding where to go with it. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Wow, MP really learning how to run that pick and roll. That was nice.
Doncic against Hero. High post shot. Cage can't hit.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
And MP gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. MP's got 54 points. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Saunders. Here's Cage. He's got 12. Now, here's MP. To the inside. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
Doncic against Hero. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That's good from Hero. And here's MP for the count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's just great awareness. One eye on the clock, one eye on the hoop.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers, able to put on a show for the ages. And with as many three... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So on the floor for Utah, Hero out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then there's Bull. And it's Barlow in at the four-man position. Back to MP. Just 5 on the clock. Markkanen, good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist in this one. The Jazz shooting poorly, just 35% so far.
Ball finishes with power, not just going for the layup, solid at throwing it down deep inside.
Markkanen sets the pick for MP. To the paint. Bounce pass Markkanen. MP with it. Inside. It's intercepted. Giddey with it. Now defended by MP. Back to Giddey. Pass to Bull. Here's Barlow. The Jazz working the ball around now.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Markkanen a screen on Giddey. MP dishes to Markkanen. That one goes. Count it. Markkanen's got 4 this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
MP outside. The tray hits it again. Wow! 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And Bull slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. MP passes to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Barlow passes to Bull. Here's Barlow. Lets it go from deep.
Getting blocks requires a blend of confidence and athleticism. Luckily for MP, he has both.
And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that. MP
outside. There's the lob to Markkanen. Here's Cage. Here's Saunders. Drills the three-pointer. Saunders has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Yeah, no doubt. He was the most impactful player for their offense tonight.
There's Hero with a 3, and the Jazz another 3.
Man, this guy is a natural bucket getter. It is so difficult to slow him down.
Johnson sets the screen for MP. Got a piece of it. And that's on a bounce. Philadelphia will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Eason.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Cage passes to Hero. That one goes in.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate
Ooh, that felt good.
Hey, what you working on?
What up, Coach?
About game time, bring the pain time.
Coming up next, the 76ers taking on the Hawks. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they've shown no fear this season. Now on the road against one of their toughest tests yet. You can bet they're salivating at the chance to cement their elite standing in this league. Hawks, Sixers is next, right after this. A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Here with the greats, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the 76ers, and they've got the top spot in the conference, a testament to their hard work all year long. And checking out Atlanta, 8 games back.
Well, right now for the Hawks, when you think about it, everyone expected them to be an elite team. Now, obviously, they've had problems thus far, but there's still a lot of time left for them to turn this season around.
And it's early. A lot of teams battle adversity in the first part of the season. It's just a matter of getting through it and not getting discouraged.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. They've got Luka Doncic. MP is out there with Joel Embiid. Good! Another from 3.
And night in and night out, you can count on him to really...
Oh, my goodness!
Did you see that?
Bring it out the hammer!
Now that's how you finish.
And that was a dunk contest material kind of jam. Johnson just letting it all hang out.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Grant, these are 2 teams which connects again from distance.
And now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter. Embiid against Okongwu. Here's Johnson. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far. A perfect 3 of 3 to start the game.
From deep, MP. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Yeah, very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Daniels passes to Young. To the middle. Daniels outside. This one for 3. Philadelphia grabs the miss. And this group has reached rarefied air with the win streak underway. Now up to 21. Unbelievable.
And to go on a winning streak this long, it takes more than just talent. This team has tremendous chemistry, and these pieces complement each other so well. It's also about listening to your teammates, your coaching staff, and not letting your ego get in the way of succeeding as a group.
Inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. I asked him when he told his guys before going up against Joel Embiid, and he said, quote, I told them to get into him. Always get a hand up and do your best to guard without fouling. Embiid excels at baiting defenders, but we can't afford to give him free points at the line. Guys, back over to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Nails it from beyond the arc. MP's got 12 points in the game.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Outside Young. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And just making the defender look downright silly.
Oh, that's a move he'll be bragging about all night.
MP looking around. Buries it from 3. 15 points in the game.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
They set a pick. Pass to Vukcevic. The 3 ball. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And the basket by MP.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Buford. Yet to see a basket. Down low. Vukcevic, good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
5 ticks left to play in the first. From deep, MP. And again for 3.
I mean, his flame throwing continues. He's having a season for the ages.
And he's approaching the 4th most three-point makes in a season. Tie game in Atlanta. And we'll get the second. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for the Hawks guys, what jumps out to you statistically?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Jalen Johnson is out there with Newell. Then it's Kispert, and it's Buford in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. And the basket by Buford.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Oh, MP showing the big range.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Buford. What a tremendous game he played against Boston. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Sasser's checked in for Kispert. Houston, he's checked in for the Sixers. Here's Buford. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. 5 to shoot. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
MP outside. Takes a 3. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Utah was all business. He finished with 60 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Nice work, Allie. Thank you. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Edgecombe, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Pass to Strother. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. And he's been playing some fantastic basketball lately, earning him the Eastern Conference Player of the Month award. MP.
Oh, he's been practically automatic from the arc. And that confidence from deep range has kept him and his teammates really fired up lately.
Luka Doncic has checked in for McCain.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Young looking over the floor. Daniels outside, looking to end the run. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Yeah, anytime Young goes inside, his eyes are up, scanning for open shooters.
All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be? Connects again from distance.
Yeah, he's been hitting threes at a very high level. We haven't seen many better from deep.
That last triple ties him for 4th most made in a season. Young against Doncic. Young can't hit. The Sixers lead by 11. From deep, MP. Rebounded by Daniels. To the inside. Strowman. And he dunks it down.
And when it comes to assists, Young is on another level. He's got such a gift for feeding his guys.
MP, the pass to Eason. Philadelphia moving it around. MP outside. And again for three.
And this is amazing. I mean, that moves him into 4th place alone on the list of most three-pointers in a season.
It's been fantastic to witness. A year like this does not happen very often.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
MP fast up the floor.
But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Hawks trail by 14. Daniels outside. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. Over to the wing. Here's Newell, defended by Eason. The Hawks need to get one up here. Daniels misses. Philadelphia leading by 14. MP outside. The three is up. Another three for Philadelphia.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
To halt the run. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Philadelphia leading by 17 at the end of the period. Up big because of their three-point shooting. Just going to town from downtown tonight. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
So, if you've been around this game, you see the trends. What they're doing tonight, that's how a bunch of teams are being built, playing outside.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at this. And that is going to do it for us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. We've got Edgecombe. Joel Embiid is out there with MP. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Houston in at the 3.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Well, when you think about how the game has evolved in recent years, RJ, the role of the big man might have changed the most.
Who knew threes and assists would become a key stat for 7-footers? But I will say, size helps. You cannot teach tall.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Brian, back to you.
Tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. To the paint, Embiid. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Onyeka Okongwu, and he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
The numbers Embiid has put up over his career speak for themselves. He'll go down as one of the all-time great big men.
Daniels, that one's true.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's MP, rebounded by Johnson. Hawks trail by 17. Back to Young. Picked up by Okongwu. Rebound by the 76ers. They led the game at one point by 20. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Outside Johnson. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. For 3. No luck on that one. Philadelphia leading by 19. From deep, MP. No good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Down low. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Atlanta shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. McCain's checked in for Houston. Richard, when you look at career longevity for NBA players, has LeBron shifted what we thought was possible?
No doubt. It's made fans more critical of guys that are on the decline. But ultimately, guys start to decline around 32, 33 years old. That is normal.
Outside Young. Puts up a three. And Atlanta misses again. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Pass to Edgecombe. MP outside. Yep, that one's good. MP's got 56 in the game.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
MP against Johnson. Here's Young. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
One thing you have to respect about Johnson, he's happy to make the extra pass.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Weekend, but I would have no problems if those guys end up competing.
And you look at Young, he's currently up there in the voting at number 2. So clearly no one is sleeping on his abilities as a lights-out three-point shooter.
Yeah, it's his long-range shooting that puts him on another level. Definitely a guy who belongs in this contest.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
Marshall, he's checked in for Bates. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Kispert. 4-3. The rebound by MP.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
That one drops for him. Markkanen's got his second basket.
Some real toughness from Markkanen. Powers through the contact, then has the focus and touch to finish.
Buford passes to Marshall. Here's Vukcevic. Fires the three. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 4 rebounds now. Markkanen finds MP. Three-pointer. Hits yet again. Wow!
Getting to the 60 mark in a game is just, it's incredible. I mean, most Hall of Famers haven't even done this.
And he's approaching the 4th most 60-plus point games in a season.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. The Sixers on top, running away with this one. And we'll be back with Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
One of the biggest things is not to react to anything.
Sixers making a switch here. MP's checked in. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Now Philadelphia with it. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. And it's Strother in at the 3. So that's the Hawks 5. And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. There's a screen by Johnson. Here's the 3. Daniels outside. Okongwu, a screen on McCain. Back to Okongwu. Lays it up and banks it in.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
From deep, MP. And yes, another basket. 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Pass to Johnson. 1:57 left in the fourth. Now Okongwu. Just 5 on the clock. Over MP. No good. A bit long that time.
That's rock-solid defense on a really good scorer.
Markkanen sets a screen. And here's MP from outside. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Testing the limits of his range. MP with the absolute missile.
Pass to Strother. Now here's Johnson. And, of course, you won a ring with the Cavs in 2016, Richard. Talk about the challenge of winning a title.
In a lot of ways, it just comes down to will and grit. The playoffs are an extra 2 months of intense basketball. The team that wins it all normally has the most help and motivation.
MP shot is good.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the 76ers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
From deep, MP. And the 76ers another 3.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Daniels with it. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.